Welcome to the CPM Customer Success Podcast, where we help Office of Finance leaders enable an exact solution to enhance their corporate performance without spending countless nights and weekends in the office. Hi, I'm your host, Andy Smetana from Nova Advisory. Nova Advisory is a 100% OneStream professional services diamond implementation partner. We help OneStream customers and prospective OneStream customers get the most out of their OneStream investments. For CPM Customer Success listeners, we now have a weekly email newsletter to keep you informed on the latest CPM Customer Success news. By subscribing today, we'll keep you informed on episode releases, including customer success stories, OneStream interviews, and capabilities to keep you up to date about OneStream's unified platform for finance. You can check that out now at Nova Advisory's website, novaadvisory.com/podcast, and subscribe to the CPM Customer Success podcast newsletter today. In this episode, we're diving into a topic that's changing the way finance leaders communicate insights across the enterprise, and that's narrative reporting. Whether you're a CFO, a controller, or a performance management leader, you know all too well that numbers don't tell the full story. If you've ever struggled with making your financial reports resonate with executives, board members, or operational leaders, well, you're not alone. Numbers matter, but numbers without context can leave decision makers with more questions than answers. That's why OneStream has introduced powerful tools for narrative reporting. They combine the rigor of financial data with the clarity of written commentary. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's explore what narrative reporting is, why it matters, and how your organization can leverage it for clearer, more comprehensive financial storytelling. So let's start with the problem. Traditional reporting in finance has always been data heavy and explanation light. Month-end close comes around, finance teams churn out tables and reams of documents, spreadsheets, charts, but when those reports reach the CFO, the CEO, or the board, something's missing. And what's missing is the story behind the numbers. Why did expenses spike in Q2? What's driving regional performance differences? How should management interpret the rolling forecast variances? Without a narrative layer, stakeholders are left to guess, or worse, draw their own conclusions. So what is narrative reporting? Well, narrative reporting is a framework for combining textual commentary with live financial data in a single governed process. It lets finance teams create reports, disclosures, blend hard numbers with insights that explain them. In traditional reporting, numbers are presented in isolation, but narrative reporting adds the why behind the what. It's about weaving a story around the data, explaining variances, highlighting trends, and guiding stakeholders through the implications. OneStream said it best in a recent LinkedIn article on financial storytelling. They said, narrative reporting brings numbers to life. It transforms raw data into meaningful stories that help leaders understand not just what happened, but why and what comes next. So where's the value? OneStream's narrative reporting allows users to create rich, interactive reports. Those reports will blend text, charts, and data from multiple sources, all within a unified interface. It supports collaboration, version control, and governance, making it ideal for board books, management reports, and investor presentations. In practice, this means you're no longer emailing those Word documents around or manually copying numbers into PowerPoint decks. Instead, commentary is written directly into the financial statements. It's tied to the same single source of truth. So let's break down the 4 key capabilities introduced by OneStream's narrative reporting. The first off is governance control. CFOs need absolute confidence that their financial reporting process is compliant, it's accurate, and it's reliable. And OneStream's governance control ensures that every number, every edit, every piece of commentary is tied back to a governance source, all captured in a full audit trail. Version history is automatically maintained, providing accountability for contributors and traceability for auditors. With governance control in place, finance leaders can present reports knowing that the integrity of both the data and the narrative is unquestionable. Second up is workflow management. Timely, accurate reporting requires more than just numbers. It requires coordination across the entire finance team. And OneStream's workflow management drives the reporting process with structured task assignments, role-based access, and approvals. Contributors know exactly when and where their input is required. And while finance leaders maintain full visibility into the progress and the deadlines. This ensures that the reporting cycle runs smoothly and efficiently. It runs with accountability built into every step. Third up is narrative context. Well, as we said before, numbers on their own don't tell the full story. With OneStream, commentary is embedded directly into the report. It's embedded alongside the figures and explains each figure. Finance teams can provide insights at the account, entity, or period level, which helps executives gain a vital perspective. Narrative context transforms financial reporting from a backward-looking exercise into a forward-looking conversation, which empowers leaders to make faster, more informed decisions. Fourth up is communication delivery. Every audience consumes information differently. OneStream equips the finance team to deliver their reports in formats that their stakeholders need, whether that's a polished PDF for compliance, an interactive dashboard for their business leaders, or a board-ready Word or PowerPoint package for their executive leadership team. This flexibility ensures that the message is received clearly, consistently, and in the format that best supports action. So let's provide some real-world examples. What do these capabilities look like in action? Let's dive into a CPM customer success story of the week. So imagine a global manufacturing company that's preparing their quarterly business review. In the past, the finance team exported data and numbers into Excel. They emailed them to regional leaders to add commentary, and then they dumped everything into a massive slide deck. This process took weeks. It was error-prone and often resulted in last-minute scrambles. But with OneStream's narrative reporting in place, each regional leader now logs into the platform, they see the numbers for their entity, they enter commentary directly into their workflow. OneStream consolidates both the numbers and the narrative in real time. By the time the CFO reviews the report, it's a complete audited package. It's ready for the board. By eliminating disconnected Word documents, spreadsheets, and endless email chains, narrative reporting is saving this manufacturing leader tons of time. Teams can focus on analysis and storytelling rather than manual data assembly. It's a competitive advantage that results in better decision making. Numbers alone rarely drive action. Boards and executives, they don't want spreadsheets, they want insights. People act when they understand context and implications, and narrative reporting ensures stakeholders see both. So let's look ahead and let's talk about the future of financial storytelling. Narrative reporting is part of a larger shift into financial storytelling. As automation takes over routine close and consolidation tasks, finance teams are freed up to focus on interpretation and communication. We're moving from what happened to why did it happen, to what should we do next. This evolution requires tools that support both the numbers and the story. In the future, we can expect deeper integration of AI and machine learning, tools that help draft commentary, detect anomalies worth explaining, or highlight drivers of performance. In a world awash with data, the ability to tell a clear story is more important than ever. If you're listening today and you recognize the challenges we've described, disconnected reports, commentary scattered across emails, frustrated executives who want more insight, then it's time to explore OneStream's narrative reporting. And at Nova Advisory, we specialize in guiding leaders through their finance transformation journeys. We'll help you unify your reporting process and unlock the power of financial storytelling. Thanks for joining us for this episode of CPM Customer Success. Reminder to check out the CPM Customer Success weekly email newsletter to stay informed of the latest CPM Customer Success episodes and OneStream news. You can check that out now at the Nova Advisory website, novaadvisory.com/podcast, and subscribe to the CPM Customer Success podcast email newsletter today. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you next week for another episode of CPM Customer Success.